What's up, everybody? My name is Thomas with World Animal Foundation. Today we're going to compare the best GPS smart collars, the Halo 3, the SpotOn Omni, and the Invisible Fence GPS system. Once all of this is said and done, you will be able to look at these three with all of the information available and make a decision for the best interest of you and your puppy. So why would anybody want to go out and buy one of these smart collars? They are rather expensive, to be honest. What are they all about? What's the purpose? What's the point? Well, these smart collars feature a lot of different high-tech things that really help give you peace of mind when it comes to taking care of your dog and containing your dog and tracking your dog. They feature activity tracking for health purposes. They feature tracking for location purposes in case your little dog is an escape artist and gets out of the fence one day. They feature geofencing, a containment grid designed to teach your dog to stay within the grid that you create and to basically build a fence without having to go through all the hard work of building a fence. So these collars do a lot of things. They do it through GPS, they do it through cellular, they do it through Wi-Fi, they do it through Bluetooth. But all of these functions come together to create the ultimate containment system for your animal and the ultimate location tracking system and the added benefits of activity monitoring. We're going to kick things off with the SpotOn. It's a very nice box, very nice collar, very expensive too, but what does it actually do? Well, the SpotOn is known for having a highly accurate GPS and geolocation tracking feature. A very customizable virtual fencing system. In fact, it's one of the more customizable options that you have out there since you can walk out your fence or draw out your fence. You can create virtual fences anywhere you want to, and each virtual fence can cover over 1,000 acres, which is a lot of territory. It's GPS based. You do not have to have Wi-Fi or cellular to actually use it or to get some of the functionality out of it. It features real-time tracking via the mobile app, and it's completely waterproof, so your dog can go outside and hit the lake or the pond up and stay in there as long as it wants to. As soon as it gets out, the collar is still good to go. SpotOn collar also offers some unique features that some of the other smart collars on the market do not have, such as forest mode, which is a stronger GPS signal if you happen to live under a heavy tree canopy, because not every house out there lacks trees. So lots of people live in rural areas or like to live out where there's lots of trees. Me personally, I prefer lots of trees. I like that shade. So works better inside a heavy tree canopy. It also has an off-grid mode for you travelers out there who like to get around the country and go places where there are no signals whatsoever. The SpotOn will still function for you in those areas. So they're really, really nice. And it's one of the more easy and intuitive setups that's out there, especially if you download the app and once you get everything started and collar charged up. Really easy to set up, really easy to use, and it is a very, very powerful tool for keeping your dog contained and for allowing you to always know where your dog is at and what he or she is getting into at the moment. Next, we have the Halo collar. Now, I currently have the Halo 3. For those of you who know anything about smart collars at all, you've probably heard of the Halo collar above all the others because it's associated with Cesar Millan. He's one of the co-founders of the Halo collar, and as such, it has one of the most extensive visual video guided training modules that you're likely to find out there on any smart collar. It is absolutely loaded with training stuff, which of course makes sense. Cesar Millan training. The two go together, so the Halo app brings all of that together. It also has GPS and activity tracking, up to 20 customizable fences. It's got your dog training with positive reinforcement tones built into the collar. You've got real-time notification. Everything is on the Halo app. It just pops right up on your phone like you're getting a text message. It's completely waterproof, and it is designed for all breeds. You can really take this collar out and work it into the dirt and knock it around, and it is very, very durable. Had one of these for a very long time. So not only does Halo offer tracking, but the collar provides feedback sound or vibration to keep your dogs within their boundaries. Like if your dog goes outside of the boundary and the collar goes off. When your dog returns, the collar functions as a rewarding mechanism itself to help your dog continue back to where he or she is supposed to be, which is pretty neat. And third on our list is the invisible fence, or the invisible GPS fence. Now this fence is very similar to the SpotOn and the Halo. It has a wireless boundary system that's set up to cover yards all the way up to 100 acres, but no lower than 3/4 of an acre. You got something smaller than that, you'll have to look for a different collar. It's GPS enabled. It's designed to track and locate your dogs, as well as operate as an effective containment system. It has an easy boundary adjustment setup. It's got a very long-lasting battery compared to the Halo and the SpotOn, 48 hours to 24 and 23, or 25 and 24, depending on which edition of the other two you have. It's also a water-resistant design. I've actually submerged this thing in water and it held up just fine, so your dogs are more than welcome to go take a swim with this thing. This fence is really designed for building an invisible fence boundary when you just don't want to do a physical fence type thing, or you don't want to lay out wires. It does require, or it doesn't necessarily require, professional installation, but it's more geared towards professional installation than the other two smart collars on this list. So there is that, and that's definitely something you want to consider before forking over big cash for these collars. So let's do a quick comparison of all three of them. First off, the SpotOn. This is the SpotOn collar here. The SpotOn is known for creating large customizable fences that you can either walk or you can draw out. It's Wi-Fi enabled, cell enabled, but you don't need them unless absolutely necessary. You can just go off the regular GPS, and we know that because it has an off-grid mode. Now, the second collar here is the Halo collar. The Halo collar is known for its extensive video training capabilities, or what it offers in the app. It combines tracking, geofencing, dog training, all into one big smart pile of dog collar greatness. It is very accurate. I've been using the Halo and the SpotOn for many months now, and if you do want to go check out my previous videos reviewing these collars specifically or comparing them to each other, feel free, because there'll be more information there. Last but not least is the invisible fence. Looks very similar to the, it's kind of like a conglomeration of the SpotOn and the Halo collar. It's ideal for large properties. You could set this up to 100 acres, but no less than 3/4 of an acre. And it does require professional installation, unlike the SpotOn and the Halo. So with all of that being said, which of these smart collars is right for you? Well, if you prefer a smart collar with a ton of flexibility that can design very large fences, we're talking all the way up to 1,000 square acres, but no less than half a square acre, then the SpotOn is the smart collar for you. If you prefer a smart collar that lets you cover a good sizable area, has a very minuscule minimal area at 30 by 30 feet, and combines a ton of video training content, then the Halo 3 collar is the obvious answer for that one. Now, if you prefer a professional come out and look over things, and you just need an installed system and you don't want to have to go through the havoc of doing it yourself, then maybe the invisible fence GPS system is the right one for you. All three of these collars have their own little things to bring to the table and offer more peace of mind and security for your dog. Thank you for watching. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and be sure to check out the links in the description below, because you can get a $25 off Halo coupon or a $75 off of your SpotOn. And seeing the expense of these collars being what they are, I would highly suggest hitting up those coupons when and where you can, anytime. Also, there is a ton of information that I've already created on a lot of videos before this, covering these smart collars, you know, in-depth reviews, comparisons, things of that nature. So feel free to go back and check any of those if you really want some more hardcore information on any of these smart collars that we've talked about today. Other than that, thanks again for watching, and everybody have a fantastic week.